This is WESH. The news starts now.
You know, one time or another, I'm sure all of us have fantasized about going back into the past to see what it was like. But our next guest has kind of done it. Eric Hutcheson has been diving into the waters around Silver Springs, tracking down relics from prehistoric times, looking for the origins of the Florida aquifer and just about anything else he could find. And we're pleased he could join us today. Thanks so much for coming by, Eric.
Certainly.
Now, why wasn't this done before? Silver Springs has been a premier attraction in Florida pretty much since time began. Why hasn't this been discovered before?
Well, there's a couple reasons there. The geology in Silver Springs is really bizarre, and this is what makes it a really unique spring compared to all the other Florida springs. The rock on one layer is so hard and it collapses, and on the other layer it's so soft. It makes it really hard for explorers to get through. And then through years of pioneering cave diving attempts, we've put together a development of systems that we're going for it.
Let's show some of the video that you brought along from some of your past dives and give folks an example of exactly some of the conditions you're facing here. Now, I understand at points it's very, very narrow. You have to take your tanks off, kind of slide through?
Yeah, we're manipulating through this collapse pile that has created this huge cavern in the entrance of Silver Springs.
And that's some of what you're finding there. What are you holding up?
That's a three-toed sloth claw, and we brought that with us. It's here on the table. But that's big, giant ground sloths and mastodons. All the animals that roamed prehistorically around here have been preyed upon at Silver Springs and have fallen down into the main cavern there.
Now, do we know how those remains managed to get into the cavern? Little history lesson here for us.
Yeah, we're going to answer all these questions in this project, and my best guess is that with the experience I have in springs, that this stuff actually does end up just falling down into the spring. Like the Indians ran all these creatures into the spring and preyed upon them and drowned them and ate them, and then all the remains just managed to fall down into the spring over a period of time. Even with all that water coming out, it finds little eddies and ends up falling down in there.
So this pristine water was once kind of a garbage pit? I mean, they threw things down in there, maybe?
I wouldn't call it a garbage pit, no. No.
Well, maybe a few thousand million years ago or something.
Let's say it was a food trap.
What do you think still might be down there? Any guesses?
Oh, just anything that roamed along these grounds 10 to 20,000 years ago as far as a creature, all the Indian remains, the tools they used to prey upon these animals. And big interest in us as explorers is the Florida aquifer, the cave system that supplies this massive spring with all this water. So
you're looking to answer a few questions while you're down there.
Exactly.
Before we leave, I want to reach over and grab this just to show folks. This is a mastodon tooth, I believe, and it was pretty amazing. I thought it was a plaster cast, but this is the actual tooth.
That's it. That baby ate a bunch of trees about 20,000 years ago, right here.
Yeah. And how old is this thing?
Anywhere from 10 to 20,000 years. We're going to answer all these questions also. We're just kicking off this project, and we've got a lot of work to do.
We'll have to have you come back when you get a few more questions answered, show us some more great video, and bring some more artifacts back.
Yeah, and you'll have to come dive with us at Silver Springs. We've got a whole crowd of people that just
love to watch. You're talking to a diver. You just may have an opportunity to take you up on that. Eric Hutcheson, thank you so much for coming by and sharing these artifacts and that great video with us as well.
Well, thank you.
All right.